Hello, good people of YouTube. Mountbatten here with a game in the Tier 8 Premium German aircraft carrier, the Graf Zeppelin. So, this match took me by surprise because, one, I did not know I was recording. I was recording B-roll for another video coming out later this week, and completely forgot I was still recording for some reason, and the recording software went on to record this game. So, the Graf Zeppelin, as some of you may know, I do like this ship, although it is considered to be the weakest of the Tier 8 premiums, which it is the Tier 8 premium aircraft carriers. It is definitely the weakest of those. However, this game that we are in right now is actually a Tier 8 game, so she is top tier. Now, even when she is top tier, she can struggle sometimes because all of her aircraft are pretty much designed to handle battleships and aircraft carriers, other large ships. Against cruisers and destroyers, they are not that great. And the planes I'm flying right now are her worst planes, the rocket planes. They are unbelievably slow and get shredded like paper mache anytime they come across a group of ships that are bunched up. And you can imagine being up-tiered with these planes, it's not all that great. So I've spotted this Akatsuki, I'm going after him. I mean, you can see how slow they are right there. Do decent damage, 1400 damage, start a fire. Akatsuki immediately puts it out. Now, currently, I am just hovering over him, trying to get another attack run off on him. That is way too early, although I do try to save it. The rockets go literally right around him. That was way too short of a run-up for these planes. You want about a 3.5 kilometer run-up for these rocket planes to get the best effect. And here, I get a little closer here, but still I do manage to get the circle to close in time. And an okay run, 1400 damage. And right about now, well, the planes are dropping. I just dip out of this as fast as I can. I should have dropped a fighter to keep him spotted. This is standard battle, by the way, so it's a really boring mode in my opinion. There aren't, there's just two caps. You cap either one, team wins. It leads to a lot of sniping, especially at tier 10. A lot of the ships that I like to play at tier 10 aren't the best snipers, so it gets boring for me. Now, these torpedo planes, they are good with an asterisk next to it. They're good against battleships and aircraft carriers and anything that's slow. Against cruisers and destroyers, not so much. These torpedoes, the torpedoes these planes drop are incredibly slow. Now, when you're handling up on a battleship or an aircraft carrier, it's not that bad. But anything that can go faster than 32 knots, it's a pain. Even sometimes, some faster battleships like the Iowa and the Amagi, it's tricky to hit them because they're fast and they do need a big run-up. And it's something that I'm still struggling with every now and then. But here we go. I line up on the Fuso, which is the tier 6 Japanese battleship. It's quick, but it is tier 6, so no big problems there. Get one hit on it and a flood. Again, just look how slow those torpedoes are. So he's flooding, and he's on fire right now. He hasn't put it out, which means his damage con's probably on cooldown, or he's fine with having a fire and a flood on him. There, I didn't wait for the reticle to close in because I caught him in a turn, and I nailed him again with all 3 torpedoes. And now, oh man, fighters. Here come the fighters. They are a pain because look at these planes just get shredded. So I gun it and just drop another 2 torpedoes and get it out of there. And I'm waiting to see if the torpedoes hit so I can get the kill. Unfortunately, if that first one had reached his arming distance, I probably would have gotten the kill for that Fuso because he looked like he just got nuked by something before then. But unfortunately, it did not arm. I dropped him too close. Still did get a second hit on him. And now, I'm launching the dive bombers. These dive bombers are amazing against battleships. They drop 1 bomb per plane. It's a giant AP bomb. And it can pretty consistently citadel most battleships. Especially when you're top tier. And they're also incredibly fast. The the torpedo bombers and the dive bombers are really fast, especially compared to the rocket planes. And that's definitely to their advantage because it's German, so you can blitzkrieg in there, hit that speed boost, slam the acceleration all the way up, get in and out. Even when your planes are overmatched by AA, you can still get in, drop your torpedoes or bombs and get out really, really fast without losing too many planes. Here we go. I do it a little bit early on this Gneiser now. Try to slow down, drop bombs from the stratosphere, and I get 2 overpins. The tricky thing is trying to get these bombs to hit anywhere where there's empty deck. If you don't do that, they're going to hit the superstructure and just get disappointing overpins. Call them back because I realize there are some cruisers sneaking up on the eastern flank. It looks like my team's not doing all that much about them. So I take out the rocket planes. Rocket planes are your best bet with dealing consistent damage to cruisers, just because the torpedoes are so slow, and while the AP bombs, if they do hit, they can citadel the crap out of cruisers. I've slapped a Cleveland back to the 1930s with a pair of AP bombs to a citadel before, but it's tricky to do, and they usually have to be sitting still. So I was going over there to the east, but then I saw it was a Helena, which is an American cruiser, which means she has a good AA, and I would really like to not lose my entire squadron. So I noticed the torpedoes coming from over here. I'm like, oh, there's a destroyer over here. I need to go over there, spot it, and deal with it for my team. Also, Bayern over here, but he hits the German battleship, so his AA isn't all that fantastic. He's also burning quite well. Looks like he's alone, besides for what I'm presuming is still the Akatsuki and the smoke. So I start my run-up on him, and I kinda, well, still the kill there. But I mean, hey, he's out the battle. That's what's important. And right now we are 1 ship down to their 2 ships down. And yep, there's that Akatsuki. He's in the smoke. Drop a fighter on top of him, just in case he decides to poke his head out, so my team can nuke him when he does. And now I am just waiting for him to come out of smoke, or waiting for the smoke to dissipate. I really probably should have saved that fighter, since my planes are still on station here, and I'm not being shot at by any AA. So I can really just loiter over him for as long as possible. Ah, there he is, Mr. Akatsuki. And again, look how slow these planes are. That's with the boost on, and it's only 188 knots is their top speed. The dive bombers idle at 181 knots. See there, I didn't have big enough of a run-up, but because I'm out of boost, I can't speed away fast enough to get around and get another attack off on him pretty fast. So I have to take the slow way around, still spotting for my team. That's what's important. And now, here we go. 2 kilometers away. And with that, he's also running back toward his team, which means more AA cover. And unfortunately, not too many ships on my team are shooting at him, which is a little sad. There we go. Actually, not shooting at him. That guy's shooting at the York. But what do I know? And ooh, it looks like it's going to be a good strike there, and yeah, it was decent. Broke his torpedo tubes in 1 pin. Now I send my torpedo planes back up because there's a nice juicy Gneisenau over there who I'm going to pick on now. Looks to be relatively alone. Also, New Orleans is at pretty low health. So right now, teams are pretty much stagnated. We got a little bit of lead on points because we sunk 2 battleships. They've only sunk a battleship and a cruiser, and no one's even touched the other's base. Our team has a good push going on up on their west flank. They have a good push going up on their east flank. We just traded New Mexico for New Orleans, so still we have a little bit of lead there on points. And there's a North Carolina who's shown me a better broadside than the Gneisenau, so I'm like, oh, I'm going to go after him. Gneisenau's faster, more maneuverable than North Carolina. Still, they put a kind of big lead on that North Carolina, and I did drop those torpedoes at about a kilometer away. And too close, only one had time to arm. So I turned back around. Still, you got to get a run up of about 6, 7, 8 kilometers. There is a fighter squadron on me. I popped the hill to hopefully get my planes to last. Floor it, dropped another set of torpedoes. You do drop 3 torpedoes per salvo. Recall that because I'm not going to be able to do much with just that one plane. And there I go, 2 torpedoes and 1 flooding on the NorCal. And now my team's starting to lose ships. We are now down 5 ships to their 3 ships, and now the tables have turned. So I'm going over here to see if I can help out with this Helena-Cleveland duo over here. However, the Cleveland just smacked the crap out of our Farragut, and the Richelieu just secondaried the Cleveland, the Helena to death. So now I'm like, okay, it's just a Cleveland. Maybe I can do something. But this Richelieu, he's not doing too bad. He's got over half health. His secondaries are chewing on the Cleveland. And, yep. There we go. He just spanked the crap out of the Cleveland. It's like, okay, maybe I'll help him finish it off. May steal the kill again, but, you know, whatever. I'm already over here with the planes. And I thought one was going to hit. It did not. And I just lost a lot of health on my planes. Probably wasn't the smartest move for me, and I just recalled them. Although I probably should have got them out of there before recalling them. But, hey, I'm still going to get what looks like 1, 2, 3 planes back. And there we go. The Richelieu just took out the Cleveland. So torpedo bombers again, and if you notice, I'm already out of engine boost on the torpedo bombers, which is unfortunate because it's really nice to just zoom right in there, drop torpedoes in their face, and then turn around. And there's that North Carolina. Now we're only one ship behind them in kills. And that North Carolina, if my team would focus on that, we could sink that and equalize the points again. And it's like someone's trying to get down. I mean, he only has 1,700 health left. And I have my torpedo bombers, and I really wish I would have had my rocket planes because I could at least get through there and get him. So I was going to go for over there by that Gneisenau up. I'm like, no, we need to secure the kill in this North Carolina. So I'm just going to have to use my torpedoes on that because even if only one torpedo hits, that's enough to kill him. But then he starts repairing, and I drop those. He's still going straight, so maybe all three can hit and be enough to take him out, although I did drop them a little bit too far behind. I tag him with one, does 3,000 damage, but he's still repairing. So I come back around, looks like he is turning now, which is good for me. Because if I catch him in a turn, it's hard for him to, well, because he's a battleship, get out of that turn, and he's still repairing. Now people are finally focusing on him. Drop torpedoes, he is turning now, so that's good. So maybe he'll catch all three of those torpedoes, and let's see what happens. 1, 2, he's down to 1,000 health again. I got one plane left. Come on, little buddy, let's do it. Let's take out this. Oh no, you're dead. You can't linger around too long in that AA with any planes in the Graf Zeppelin. Now, thankfully, I do have my rocket planes. It's going to take me a solid couple of minutes to get to that side of the map, but you know, hey, this should finish them off, even though I'm typing and chatting onto my teammate to get that North Carolina because we need the points. Plus, this is North Carolina, a pretty dang good ship. If we let him go and he has any repairs left, he can get back up to half health with no problem, and that's a powerful ship just to let go like that. I really don't like that when teams just let ships that have 1,000, 1,500, 2,000 health left, they just let them escape, and they could totally just, you know, hit him with a couple of shells and be the end of it. But unfortunately, my team is letting that happen here. So again, really close game, and there's that North Carolina. Fortunately, he doesn't have a fighter plane. All he has is a spotter plane, so I should be able to waltz in, just bap him. There goes our New Orleans. If you notice on the map, things aren't going so well for my team. I mean, obviously they're not. I popped my speed boost to zip through this Gneisenau and Icarus's AA, and just to get at this NorCal. So, western flank push has completely collapsed. Eastern flank, that Richelieu is still holding that flank by himself. He's being a hero right now. Hello, North Carolina. I have some rockets for you. There we go. He's done. So I spotted an Icarus over here, and I'm turning my rocket planes around now to see if I can deal with him. Because we don't have any destroyers, and, well, they have a major destroyer advantage right now. They have 2. We have none. And look, there's a New Mexico Tier 6 American battleship. This American has decent AA for Tier 6 or Tier 8. Maybe not so much. But I'm looking for that Icarus. Hey, Icarus. There he is. And again, I start this way, way too soon. I just dropped those rockets hoping that he would sail into them, but he did not. So I'm like, okay, I still got 3 planes left. I should be able to do a decent amount of damage to him. Our Richelieu just went down. So now that eastern flank is completely open, and there is a York coming at me in my Graf Zeppelin, because I haven't bothered to move yet because, you know, standard batter, there's no need for the carrier to really run anywhere because you should be alright. And there we go. Good teamwork there. Helena took out the Icarus that I crippled. And now I am, what are these, my torpedo planes again. And, yep, I know there's this York over here. So I need to do some work on him. And hopefully that Richelieu did do some decent damage to him, because York's a pretty tough cruiser, and thankfully because it does have good armor, my plane should be able to bite into him quite well. And hello, York. Start this torpedo drop way too close, but I mean, it's a cruiser, what you gonna do? Drop those torpedoes. Now he's spotting my carrier. But here's the thing about my Graf Zeppelin. I have a secondary build on my Graf Zeppelin. Adrenaline Rush, BFT, AFT, and the secondary module. Yes, a lot of you guys don't think that's a good idea. I think it's a good idea because you're about to witness what that secondary build does. So now I'm setting the autopilot, one because the enemy Graf Zeppelin is now targeting me and it's moving targets harder to hit, and two, to get within the secondary range of that York. And there's the torpedo alarm, and I'm probably really going to eat all three of those. 1, 2, 3, yep. But hey, I got Adrenaline Rush on the carrier that makes the planes faster, and it obviously on the Graf Zeppelin, it decreases the reload for the secondaries. So here we go, perfect broadside on the York with my rocket planes. Boom, 2,900 damage and a fire. There's some more torpedoes coming from the other side. I'm assuming those are courtesy of the enemy Graf Zeppelin. You've noticed my secondaries are already opening up on the York, and look at the dispersion of these secondaries. They are great. That's without manual secondaries too. 2,000 damage via the rocket planes. My secondaries are tearing into him. Those are all my secondaries, and I love them. They have 37 millimeters of pins, so you got some pretty dang strong secondaries with the Graf Zeppelin. However, the Baltimore does step in and take the kill. I'm fine with that. That guy needed to die, so I would no longer be detected. Although the enemy team does pretty much know where I'm at now. Situation. Me, Graf Zeppelin still alive. Friendly Baltimore still alive. Baltimore, good AA, so he should be able to stick around for a while, but New Mexico sees, did you see a Graf Zeppelin torpedo right there? So I got the AP bombers rolling out now to go help him with this New Mexico. Mexico again, tier 6 ship, and right there, I goofed. I meant to hit F3 to signal that we need to focus on this New Mexico. Because if we see this New Mexico, Baltimore, he'll be fine. Good AA, and the other ship is a destroyer. So, again, no problem. Now, their Graf Zeppelin is charging me. So, I set my course to go intercept him. Again, I mess up here. I hit F instead of F3 to focus far on the Akatsuki. Now I'm the last ship alive. And thankfully, my rocket planes are ready to go, so I can hopefully deal with this Icarus. If I get a good salvo off on this Icarus, that's it for him. I'm sorry, Akatsuki. He's got 3,000 health. It's a stretch, but if Orange Jesus blesses me, I can get him in one salvo. Thank you, Orange Jesus. 3 pins, 3,000 damage. No problem. Now, what I'm hoping here is that this Graf Zeppelin doesn't have a secondary build. I am at half health. My secondary reload time is really, really fast right now. And that New Mexico, I believe he's out of range of me or he's behind an island. So it's just an artillery duel between my Graf Zeppelin and this Graf Zeppelin. Unfortunately, I did just eat 3 more torpedoes. Now I'm taking manual control of my ship to get the best angle on him to where I can get my front and rear secondaries off on him. I should have dropped the fighter right here to help deal with this Graf Zeppelin's planes. I'm going to get my AP bombers out, and here we go, boys. Drop 2 AP bombs right in the middle of his deck. 2 good pins. Start a fire with my secondaries. My secondaries are going crazy. 92 secondary hits, bringing my AP bombers around for another salvo. New Mexico is now in range of me and getting 8. What looks like 8 on me. I am full broadside onto their Graf Zeppelin. My secondaries are going absolutely crazy, bringing down my AP bombers for another run. But unfortunately, I wasn't sure if the Graf Zeppelin got me with his secondaries or the New Mexico got me with his guns. But I go down. Whew! That was a game, and man, I freaking choked there at the end because I don't know, 145 secondary hits. Number 1 on my team, 3 kills, 15 planes shot down. A lot of mistakes I made there that more than likely would have I don't know if it would have changed the outcome all that much, but I probably could have survived for a bit longer before I went down. And by the way, 13,000 damage was from my secondaries, and 5,000 of the damage is probably from the fires that the secondaries did. Although I was killed by a rocket plane from their Graf Zeppelin. So his secondaries didn't get me, his rocket planes did. Makes me feel a little bit better. Alright guys, that's an absolutely crazy game in the Graf Zeppelin right there. Again, I didn't know I was recording, so I'm so glad I was. 101,000 damage. Again, you know, people say it's the weakest of the tier 8 premium CVs, but man, that was fun. A carrier versus carrier artillery fight at the end there, with the potential, if I had won that carrier fight and my Graf Zeppelin would have snuck away from that New Mexico, that I probably could have done away with. Well, I really could have done away with him, because this Graf Zeppelin is really good against battleships, especially tier 6 battleships. Oh man, I made some mistakes, but man, that was just a freaking fun game. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, drop a like, leave a comment, and subscribe. I know you guys are probably tired of seeing Graf Zeppelin on this channel, but hey, I'm having a lot of fun in it. Also, make sure you join the Discord, links in the description down below. Hope you're all having a wonderful Monday. I'll catch you guys in the next one.